Hey, this is Steven from LegitTechTutorials, and welcome back to Building a Computer tutorial series. I'm here with Billy Chang from Dragon Discord Studios on his YouTube channel, and we're going to go ahead and get started with the second portion of this video, which is the main motherboard installation here. So what we're going to need for this portion is you're going to have your processor, which is this i7 4790K, and then we have our two Corsair Vengeance RAM here.
8 gigabytes each.
Yes, exactly. So we're going to go ahead and install it here at this top portion. So this is the only portion that we're going to need. And then we're going to install it inside of our case, which the case I forgot to mention was a Antec One ATX mini tower. So this is the Antec One. And
they can't see it, by the way.
Yeah, well, you guys can't see it, but you guys will see it when we're into the next portion of the video.
We'll also show you how to properly ground it onto this mat, that courtesy of Legit
PC, and we'll ground that, and we'll start the Legit PC and LegitTechTutorials.
Yeah.
We'll ground that and make sure that you guys keep your equipment nice and protected.
Yeah, because you got for caution. Motherboards like these are very easily damaged by static. So if you have a board like this or something that can prevent static, I'd highly recommend that.
Yeah, so underneath you see here it's a rubber mat. So we're installing stuff on a rubber mat to make sure that we don't damage any of the parts on the backside, and also to prevent any static.
Plus it's a bitch to replace if you don't.
Yeah, you have to RMA and explain that you kill it with static. Okay, so here's the processor. So let's go ahead and start working with the socket here. So all you do here is you just pop the socket out, and the cover is here, and then all you do is you see this pin here, you just push down on the pin. Let's go ahead and start zooming in, because this is the part we're going to work on. So let me go ahead and zoom that in for you guys. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so
by the way, this is like the newer one from the Intel i7 4790.
Yeah,
okay?
4790.
And this works on the LGA 1150 slot, right?
Yeah, so this is a 1150 slot board.
So you gotta remember, your slots are very important.
Yeah, you have to have them matching. All right.
I can't stress how much Steven told me that.
Yeah, so we're gonna push down here on this retaining clip, and then it lifts up, and you see that it starts to hinge. Now Billy's got the processor here, and the very important thing is, if you see here, let me see if I could focus in on this.
Sorry about that.
It's gonna have a problem focusing.
Cameras are having problem with focusing, but it should be okay.
It should focus here in a second. Alright, so it's starting to focus. Alright, you see there at the top right corner here, it's got a little diamond, and the diamond corresponds with a little slot inside of the socket. So now if you notice that there's like pins missing there in the corner, let me bring it in so you guys can actually see it. Now you see that bottom corner with where the same thing is, you see it's missing pins there. So that missing pins is going to correspond to where we install it inside the motherboard. And usually there's a little missing portion, as you see here, and that also has a little cutout. If you could see this little cutout, let me bring it here in front.
By the way, if I sound like shit, it's because I have a cold, so sorry about that.
Yeah. So here we have the little cutout, and we're going to install that little cutout. As you notice here, it's got a bump.
Where? I don't see, like right
there?
Yeah,
see how it's got two. So you have two bumps, one here and one here. So there's two bumps. There's one here. There's one here, and there's one over here on the other side. So all we do is you just place it in there. Also, if you can't see, the bumps are right here in the top. So we're just going to put it here, place it down. You don't need to press on it, and boom, it's already in. Then you press the cover down. Now this is where you have to apply some pressure, and don't be scared that you're gonna break it, because you won't. It just needs to set inside that socket. So you press this guy, it's a lot of force. Now it's seated. Everything's good.
Alright, plus if you break it, I guess you can just replace it.
Yeah, you could return it.
I mean, the only place where you can't like just replace it is probably like big companies.
Yeah, so like maybe Newegg, you definitely have to send it in. Alright, so that's it for the processor install. So this is a i7 90K, and it's 1150 socket. It's installed 1150 board.
So how powerful do you think this PC will be actually?
It's going to be extremely powerful. It's going to do exactly what you want for animation, and
with a bit of overkill.
Oh yeah, definitely overkill, but it's going to be very quick for video editing as well. So now we're going to go ahead and start with the RAM.
That's the back side of it.
Well, yeah, there's the back side and the front side.
Here, let me pop it out for you so you guys can see what it actually looks like.
And while Billy's popping that out, if you notice here on this these RAM slots, you have two that are the same color. So you put your matching kit. We have a dual channel kit. So you're going to put the matching ones inside each of the slots here that are colored.
I have a question. Why don't they just put them side by side?
Yeah, it's I don't know why they do that. It has to do with how the board is routed, but you see that the two colors are the same. So sometimes they have like two blacks and then two whites, and then or they'll have, you know, orange and then white, or orange and black. So what we're gonna do is we have the Vengeance here. Let me go ahead and see if we can focus it.
Your camera does not do focusing well.
Yeah, sorry, it got really blurry there.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. Should we zoom out?
Yeah, so let's see if we could.
Right there is fine, right?
Okay, so now you can see these two slots here. So you got the two reds and you got the two blacks. So now if you notice, this guy has that little cutout there. See the little cutout in the groove?
Oh, I see. It goes into this little.
And it goes right into that little bump. As you can see, there's a little bump in there. Let me go ahead and zoom it in a little farther.
I'm glad.
So it's got a little bump, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull these clips back. I'm gonna install one. No, these stay here. It's kind of funky. They stay here. These ones are the only ones that go up. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it straight down. Once you get it into
gently.
the clip,
I'm just kidding.
And make sure that you're inside the same one. And now you see that it's sitting there, and you just push down until you hear it click. And now you hear it click, and Billy's gonna install a second one, making sure to keep those notches lined up. And he's going to push straight down on both sides, so on both corners, there you go.
Oh, there.
And then you need to make sure, okay, now it's already clipped all the way in. Make sure that you press on the back of these clips. Let me go ahead and zoom out so you can see my finger. You press out on the back of these clips in to make sure it's clipped in all the way.
Did I do this right?
Yeah, so this feels like it's done right. So.
Okay, that's good.
Alright, so that's it for this installation video. We're going to go ahead and install it into this Antec One case. And also install the power supply and explain how to properly ground your PC to protect your components.
Yeah, you don't want to return everything.
Yeah, so we'll get into that in the next portion. And I'll see you guys then. And this has been Steven from LegitTechTutorials.
And Billy Chang from Dragon Discord Studios.
See you next video.